Alright, we'll see how this basically goes. I'll note at this point I basically turned down the equalizer, APO I basically had over here. I used this basically to boost up my mic, but I found it was basically making me have a very underwater sort of sound, so not that great for videos. Useful for D gear, but not really when I have OBS, which basically has its own ability to buff up sound, so whatever. Alright, so today Berserk. Berserk is basically, well, let's just put, go to README here. It's a 70-year-old roguelike, obviously. And here you have it, Berserk, the game of tactical bloodshed. The inspiration for this little piece came from the great anime and manga, Berserk. It bases on a dark fantasy setting of humans versus demons, and the concept of an inhumanly strong berserker warrior fighting a doomed defensive battle of survival against overwhelming demonic forces. There's only one goal: survive as long as possible. That's why the playing field is so limited only to the battleground. Running away is pointless. Also, the capabilities of the main character are based around Guts from Berserk. Now, I'll note that basically the idea here is that, basically at this point, this is basically taking place after, Guts from the Magna has basically, well, not really, done anything himself. It's more or less like Griffith is basically, gone over to be, an apostle, and, all his Berserk's friends have been eaten, Casca has been, raped and, everything else, and he's been marked basically for death as, a sacrifice, but for the most part, he's basically fighting for survival before, the anime picks up, I guess, after that point where, he meets other people and gets captured and such. So, contrary to Doom RL and Diablo RL, I wasn't following the setting. This is not a game for Berserk fans who might be angered by my reducing Berserk's rich plot to pure slaughter, but a game for a general roguelike audience. Berserk is a very shortened gameplay, thus there is no saving, mainly because of the fact that enemies will come in greater strength and numbers all the time. In fact, there is no way to win the game. Just take as many of them with you to oblivion. Fear not, though, you won't sell your soul cheaply. You have an arsenal of deadly toys, though there is no inventory system at all. Only power-up-ish items can be used. Considering that the game seems pretty dumb at first glance, combat needs to be very tactical. I summoned for this reason a couple common enhancements from the general combat system, the pain system and the energy system, for instance. Anyway, enough chit-chat, play the game, damn it. So says Cornell. Alright, so, all the help is available online by pressing H. You can change the keybinds in Berserk .ini files, so basically right there. Also, after death, a file called mortem.txt is created. You can post it on a forum or a newsgroup. Enhanced version may be released in the future if enough people be bugging me for it. Major features planned for it include a campaign mode, where you basically travel from battlefield to battlefield, gaining items levels and losing your sanity, character skills and advancement, better AI, more interesting monsters, more battlefields, more statistics. Now, note that you never actually went around to, develop Berserk any more than, what he basically has here, but whatever. And yeah, basically it's free software, blah, blah. And then you have, the versions here, so. There's, his development. There's his versions right there. Note that basically this is, I believe a 2007 roguelike, so. Very, very, one of, the first, 70-year-olds basically being made, but whatever. Actually, the fastest way you can just do is go like this, so let's just go here, and... Nope, not right here. There it is. So... Basically you have, this game from 2006, apparently. Okay, good to know. Alright, let's get into actually playing the game. So we'll start her up. And as always, we basically have to, more info, run anyway. And yeah, basically it's another one of these games that, if you try to expand it, it's going to, screw up on you. So this will be a game I'll be playing in like, the OBS window basically to play it, because that's just how I'm gonna have to play it. Downloads, Berserk. Alright then, so let's just get to it. Let's go like this. I'll go for capture. We'll go for Berserk. Alright, there we go. Close enough. Alright, so Berserk with an exclamation point. A game of tactical bloodshed by Kornel Kilitsky. Kisilitsky. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. It's Kornel. Alright, so based on loosely on the Berserk universe by Kentaro Miura. Thanks to like all those people for beta testing. Let's begin. Alright, so I'll note that there's basically two modes in this game. There's Endless and Massacre. As you basically can read here, please choose the game mode. Endless is basically a mode where you fight waves of monsters each night, gaining experience after each survived arena, and Massacre is just what it says, pure bloodshed without any distractions. Now, I'll note that basically Rogue Love has basically already done like a video basically for this, and he basically played in the Endless mode. So I'll basically go for Massacre mode to try and show it off. What is your name? I am DFuxa. Choose your basic statistics. Up and down to navigate, right to increase, left to lower. So basically, like, we can increase our strength here. So you can see what it basically does there. So basically, strength increases our damage. Dexterity basically increases our hit chance, accuracy, dodge, and speed. Endurance basically increases our hit points, energy, and knockback. Will decrease our knockback rider. Willpower increases energy, quickens pain recovery, quickens energy recovery, and affects berserking. Let's just get this all up to 12. Oh. Note that each of these points basically takes 2 to cost, I guess. No, that's not it. So basically note that the cost here for this stuff here. It costs basically 2 for the dexterity, 1 for strength, 1 for endurance, 1 for willpower. Oh, that's basically not it. Dexterity basically costs 2 points each. That's why it's basically so expensive. Alright, interesting. Well, let's go like this then. We'll have 14, 13, 12, and 12. Done. Alright, so choose your arena you want to fight on. Fields are empty with only a few rocks for cover. The forest has trees. The city has lots of cover. So yeah, basically have different places here we can basically choose from. We got snow, bridge, river, town, forest, or fields. Let's just try a bridge. Alright, so choose a skill you want to upgrade. Most skills offer some otherwise unattainable option in the game. Further levels increase the option's effectiveness. So basically, I'll note this taken away from Doom Morale's sort of system here, where you basically have upgrades and stuff. You have Armman, running, sweep attack, roll in attack. You have impale attack, and you have jump attack. Note that for roll in attack, basically it's a skill that attacks all surrounding enemies. You need 16 strength for it. I can't basically get it, so we don't worry about it. Impale we can get, so this skill makes you dash 1 step and attack in a given direction immediately with greater strength. It works only if there's exactly 1 free space between you and the enemy. Each level decreases energy and time cost. So basically that lets you dash, jump attack. This skill allows you to jump 2 squares away using the sword as a jump pull. If there's a monster under you during a jump, he'll get impaled. So basically you'll impale like a monster. That requires 12 dexterity and running, so let's see here. So basically note the stuff up here. You have Iron Man. Each level of skill makes you tougher by giving you an additional 5 HP. Running basically requires 12 endurance. This skill greatly increases the benefits of running mode. Each successful level increases speed and reduces energy drain. And again, you need running basically to get your jump attack. So note you need 12 endurance and 12 dexterity basically to get jump attack over here. And you need 14 strength. And 12 endurance basically to get impale. So let's just get this here. So we need impale and we need jump attack for Ah, interesting. So, basically, I got both of those right there. Alright, so here's basically some help here. Basically, we'll just read it. So, there's the keybinds basically on like the right. We have wait with like period. We have look around with L, run mode with tab. We have character screen with like, at symbol, help with H, fire crossbow with F, reload crossbow with R, fire cannon with C, reload cannon with R, capital R. Throw knife with K, throw bomb with B, use fairy dots with F, capital F. Sweep attack with S, whirlwind attack with W, jump attack with J. Special attacks need the appropriate skill. Alright, so getting started. So here's a rough guide to how you basically start playing Berserk RL. First off, create a new character, blah blah, I've already done that. Now distribute your points into your characteristics. Depending on the game mode, they can or cannot be enhanced in game. Until you're more adept at the game, consider putting more points in strength and some in dexterity. 14, 12, 10, 10 in case of endless mode. Next, you have a skill choice. Skills are very important in Berserk. Most of them allow you to do attacks moves that would not be possible without them. Iron Man is almost worthless skill. In case you don't meet the prerequisites of any other skill, by the skill description you will always see the visual representation of skill. On the picture, the blue stars represent the attack pattern, and the blue character is the place where you'll find yourself after skill usage. Interesting. I'm not sure I saw that. Alright, so we're in the game now. Keep in mind that this is a turn-based game, so Guts basically should be better think his movements before actually doing anything. That will make him last longer. He cannot win the game, so he has to make sure to take as many demons to hell with him. So basically, I'm trying to kill as many before they get me, basically. Take a look first on the right side of the screen. Here you got information of your character. So we got our health. When it gets to 0, he's deader than dead. The health bar changes with darker color. That is your Berserk status. When it reaches the top end of the bar, Gatsu enters Berserk Rage to kill everything in sight. The damage bar just below gets depleted when using skills and slowly recharges. There's an inventory, by the way, so this is pretty important, by the way. So the crossbow shoots 3 arrows at a time. So it's basically just like the Manga, where your repeating crossbow basically shoots in like a burst. Snipe them down. The first number is the ammo inside the crossbow. The second number is the total ammo you have in your backpack. The cannon shoots a deadly fire explosion toward the direction you point. It can take multiple targets in a single shot, so try to make it land on as many Hellspawn as you can. The first number is the ammo inside the cannon, blah blah. So the second number is the total ammo you have a backpack. Knives are another way of taking gaseous enemies from resistance. They have the advantage that they can be used while berserking and while in melee combat. Also, their damage is based on strength. So note that basically when you're in berserking, you can't use your crossbow or your cannon. So knives are basically one way you can basically use your range stuff at range. Bombs are just that, bombs. You throw them and they explode, and hopefully they will take out some enemies when they do. And Fairy Dust is Gas's only way of healing. It heals the full health, so basically it's like a full healing potion. So try to use it when you're really desperate. Now, take a look at the keybinds for the help. Don't worry, you can look at this every time you need without spending a turn. So do so when you don't remember certain keybinding. Now it's time to take Gatsu on an adventure. Move the numpad, so basically it's a numpad game. Making sure numlock is off. So if it's off, it has to, it'll work. Every number will move you one square on a direction you press. Try pressing tab, that will turn on running mode, which makes you move faster. Helpful to run away from things when things are getting bad. When you first encounter a letter, look at it because it's an enemy. Don't worry, as looking will not waste a turn. You'll get the monster's name. Different monsters have different abilities and behaviors and power ratings. And most of them have some special abilities, so beware. To attack a monster with your sword, just move into its position, so just like a red roll-like. Most probably you will kill your first monster after some blows, and a red percent will appear. This is a corpse, but you don't have to mind corpses in this game, at least until some special monsters show up. So basically don't worry about corpses until something basically starts to reanimate them. Go and try and kill as many monsters as possible, but beware, that's what will get hit too. When this happens, sometimes pain will be written on the screen in red. The higher the pain, the worse it will do in combat. So basically, just do for hell in that sort of regards. If you've seen that, so when you see that the number is high, flee from combat by running, type key them, fully prepare again. Charge into combat with a dish of revenge. Not ready for playing your way. When Gatsu dies, because he will die sooner or later. I'm more than follow generate blah blah. We've already seen that, so great. So that's done. So there's tips and tricks. So basically go here, get tips and tricks based on how to play. I don't really care about this stuff, I don't think, but whatever. So there's some feedback if you want to basically like, do feedback. And God, that's horrible text to read. Cornell, why do you do this? I'll note basically the idea here is that like just basically a homepage of like on CaseForge, like next to Doom Morale and stuff like that. There's basically like forum basically on CaseForge to discuss stuff as well. There is basically a news group that's probably defunct by now, so who really cares? And if you want, you can basically mail him personally, or like go to like Doom or else like forum basically to message him if you want on CaseForge. All right, so there's the credits right there. If you want to basically read it, and a disclaimer. All right, well, I feel that's basically like good to basically get started. So let's actually get into playing the game here. And I'm just gonna do a quick little like headset test here. Turn off my headset, turn on my headset just so like I make sure I can actually keep going here. All right, so I'll note there's basically two different modes in this game, and I think with like massacre mode the maps change. I'm not really sure about that, but anyhow, you can basically see like up here that I basically have like 14 strength, 13 dexterity, 12 endurance, 12 willpower. In massacre mode, this is basically going to stay the same regardless of what I basically do, so I won't really worry about it too much. I'll note that basically in like endless mode, you'll basically get like restocked every night, so you don't have to basically worry about it. But in massacre mode, basically this is like it's going to stay as is, I believe it is. There's your health, there's your energy, so basically you have like 110 health, 120 energy. There's our ammo and stuff. Let's just get to it. So let's move around, try and find a letter here. And I guess it's basically the bridge right here. So yeah, this is like the bridge right there. There's the river. Some stones. Down here's a letter basically. So here's basically a Berserk, or a beast rather. It's unhurt. Let's see what this guy's basically all about, I guess. You hear a howl, so there's probably another monster somewhere. Alright, so we do have like the impale attack, so let's just test this out basically. So how does the impale attack work? Do I step toward him and basically attack him? Does it say anything about impale, I wonder? Basically, impale lets me like sort of like get the drop on things by moving closer and attacking him at the same time. You don't talk to strangers, by the way. I don't see anything about like this, so let's just charge this guy here and see if that helps. Alright, I didn't kill this guy, so that's worth noting. See, I note that these guys basically are like sort of like closing in on me here. So basically, the idea like this game type is that like this game here, it's basically all about like surviving against like endless hordes of monsters coming at you. So let's see here. I'll note basically these beasts are like small like fries for the most part. Don't really care about them, but whatever. I sort of wish that like character screen, maybe that'll help. Alright, here's our character screen here, by the way. So does that basically give me any information? So I'll note there's like no information like basically on like impale or like jump attack really. So I have no idea how to basically use those. The impale attack basically. So I have impale and jump, not sweep or whirlwind. Or do I have sweep? I can't remember. Oh, we can see like how long we to survive here. So kills in 1 turn, 1, killing sequence 1, sequence duration 1 turn, blah blah. Alright, so you have to press like I to impale. So basically, there we go. We impaled this guy. Note that basically I impaled this guy. It cost me energy, so I'll watch out for my energy when I just impale stuff. Alright, what is that thing shooting at me? Here's a bull demon, apparently. And apparently this like game has like, issues with like, corner shooting and stuff like that. So the bull demon basically evades my blow. I hit the bull demon, the imp hits you. Ah, crap, we got an imp, apparently somewhere. Let's impale the bull demon here. So you hit the bull demon dies. I got hit by something. So I know the imps are basically a ranged type of creature and I can't really see them. Oh, there's the imp right there. Oh, I'm too exhausted basically to attack these like, guys right now because basically impaling too much. Ooh, here's a Manticore, this is new. So this guy's bruised. And no, basically this is like, idea of like, the enemies basically being like, unhurt, bruised, stuff like that. That's basically like how like these enemies are depicted in this game. Alright, this guy's pretty tough, so I'll be very careful fighting him. We finally killed a Manticore. Let's kill off this guy. Ooh, so note that it can be charged. So basically there's our first instance of being like hit in pain. So pain basically means that like, for a few turns I'm not going to be very effective basically fighting stuff. I'm in pain again, but whatever, let's just like impale this guy. So I guess I want to be careful with the bull demons because they can like, charge me and do a lot of damage. Alright, it's hard to see, but there's basically an imp up here. So there's basically imps. They're just like, the guys in Doom RL, basically like, lob like, stuff at you and attack you from the distance. Basically they're more annoying than like not, so let's kill those guys. But look at this, there's like pools of blood, mud. And of course there's like, bloody corpses all over the place. That's something I like about Chronos games, they're pretty descriptive at least. Oh, there's an imp over there. Alright, I don't like the imp basically attack me, so we're going to throw this at the imp over here. So I hit the imp. I survived that, so severely wounded, but there we go, the imp dies. Threw basically a couple knives at that imp right there. The beast dies. Alright, let's just like, see how this basically works here, I guess. So we got to basically use the crossbow, so let's use a fire crossbow of an F, okay. So F. I hit the bull demon there basically twice. He's wounded. I'm basically severely wounded. So yeah, I'll note that like, you can see like, how injured basically are. Like, severely wounded is basically like, less than half. Wounded is probably not like, around half basically. Bam, bam, bam. Mortally wounded. So this guy's basically almost down. Why did I was trying to like, get close to him? I don't know why. We killed off the demon, the bull demon right there. I wonder like Blar basically gets like, disadvantage basically walking through it. I think it does. Alright, this seems like a good situation to use the cannon, so we'll basically fire the cannon to these like, guys right here to show off like, how it basically like, fires through a bunch of guys. So fire cannon of C. Ooh, so it's like a cone type of attack. Interesting. That's an imp, I think. There goes the imp. I hear a house. There's more guys coming for me. Bull demon, because why not? Let's fire a crossbow at this guy. There goes that bull demon. So we'll reload our crossbow at this point. Let's just reload the cannon as well. Now, I do have like the Berserk click ability, I guess, but you know, I guess it's like not automatic. We just basically go Berserk when we go Berserk. So wait, look, run, character screen, fire cannon, throw knife, throw bomb. There doesn't seem to be like an ability basically to like, you know, go Berserk like naturally, so I guess like you just go Berserk when you go Berserk. We're just gonna impale this guy. He evaded my blow, and we evaded his. Oh, there we go. We've gone Berserk. So, the idea of like going Berserk is that like, you know, you basically get like, you know, a lot more powerful for a little bit. And you start killing everything like, you know, in Berserk Rage. That's a face hound I killed right there, apparently. We'll make use of our Berserk stats for as long as possible before, like, you know, I give, like, you know, give out. Alright, so on the basically up there is an H. That's basically the face hound right up there. Those guys probably teleport around. Is there probably, like, you know, mode of operation? Yeah, no, by the way, I'm hitting, like, really, really hard at this point. It's like, you know, stuff I hit will, like, you know, instantly die sometimes. That guy blinked. Come at me, bro. There's an eye right there, so basically I can throw a knife at him to kill him. Knives don't require being reloaded, I guess. That's nice about, like, you know, them. As, like, a thing to use. But I don't know if I'm going to try, like, you know, if I try, like, firing a crossbow, it probably says I can't fire in combat, so we're berserking right now, right? So we can't use our thing. Alright, so I calmed down, apparently, so we basically, like, you know, done what we can on berserk. Let's kill out Imp. Hit the Manticore. And we'll kill him. Alright, we're doing pretty well here. And let's charge this guy here a little bit, so you're dead. And a big part of this game is just using like the tactical, like, you know, wire and stuff like that to like do stuff, so apparently the face hounds are like teal, by the way, so just to throw it out there, they're teal color. So face hound. Now I will note by the way I'm like at 11 HP, but I'm trying to basically save like my um my fairy dust until like the last moment, like probably right now. So we'll basically use fairy dust, which is basically capital F. Yeah, capital F. Note that when we use fairy dust, it'll actually restore your your sense of mentality, so you're not a berserk. That's basically why I sort of avoidant while using low health there before, but whatever. When you go berserk, basically you go berserk, so to speak. So let's do that. We'll do reload. Now it's probably worth knowing, by the way. When really love basically played this game, he was basically in an endless mode, and basically endless mode basically has waves where you fight monsters for a while, and then it'll basically conclude with a night basically ending, and then you basically get to level up and so restock your supplies and stuff like that. There won't be any of that basically in this game here, because the fact we're basically playing in massacre mode, so it's basically made to be a lot shorter. So I'm eventually going to die here, but we won't die just yet. I should probably save my knives because the crossbow has a lot more ammo than the knives here, so that's a thing. Now I will note by the way, there's named creatures and enemies basically pop up in endless mode as opposed to this one where it's nothing. There we go, we killed the imp. I'm happy with that. You're almost dead, that's fine, so. Oh, there's an imp back there apparently. These imps are just everywhere. That bull demon died. There we go, we killed them all. Unfortunately, this game is very much like a lot of other games that Chronos has basically done, where field of vision is not the perfect thing in this game, unfortunately. But whatever. Hopefully, you're getting a good demonstration of what this game is basically all about. Alright, so this is a good situation to sort of jump out of here. So we're going to use a jump attack at this point. And we'll basically jump over. Did I do it? There we go. There we go. We jumped right over. So I hit the bull demon with the jump attack. And let's just try this, Bob. We're just going to try and fire the cannon basically downwards. Killing off both those guys right there. And then we can just fire the crossbow at these guys. Reload. Reload the cannon. I'm eventually going to die, but I'll hold out as long as possible is the idea here. And damn, I keep letting him get charges off on me, unfortunately. Alright, I want to jump attack this guy, I think. So, again, that's basically J. Oh, I got Berserk. Uh, something's firing from below. Ah, so we got some new monsters basically here. We get spores coming from something. Oh, interesting. Here's basically a named creature called Enabegon, apparently. Alright, interesting. I guess, like, you can't do impale attacks basically diagonally, by the way, in this game, so that's something to watch out for. There was my headset once, but whatever. Let's get this guy with a couple crossbow bolts. Alright, so there goes Enabegon. He basically died. So basically, like, you also basically pop up at the end of, like, endless, like, endless mode. So here's basically, like, turn here. So now I got, like, another guy to fight. I get the feeling I don't want to be next to, like, have spore explode. So let's jump over here. I don't think I did a jump attack properly there, but whatever. I'm too exhausted, apparently. Okay. Too exhausted to impale this guy, I guess. So, Turnator appeared. So I guess, like, those are, like, the amper signs, as opposed to, like, the percentage signs that are basically popping up. No time, need to kill. Yeah, we basically Berserk, you want to basically kill everything, right? So... let's impale the Bull Demon. Make him die. Note that we're doing massive knockback to these guys as well. Let's kill off them. This is Fairy Dust. Instead of dying, let's just heal up here a little bit. And I can't really see this imp here, but there's basically, like, Ternator. There's basically Dadian. So basically is right there. We're just going to kill off those guys right there. I'm out of cannon shots at this point, but, I can reload my crossbow and fire at this guy if I need to. Or run at this guy, as things about, well, let's run him. Run, run, run. Ooh! Something hit me for a whole lot of damage there. So there's, like, this guy right there. This guy's wounded right there. I'm almost dead, apparently. Nope, by the way, you can see my vision getting, like, shorter as I basically get more and more injured, so that's a thing. Apparently deflected one of those, like, shots there of mine, but whatever. Wow, this guy hits really hard. So there's another one coming over here. This is basically K.E. Tur. He's severely wounded, this guy, but not yet dead. Oh, I'm in so much pain I can't actually hit stuff, so... we're gonna run away a little bit here. we're just gonna funnel them over here a little bit. So there's a Wraith. I think Wraiths are supposed to be kind of deadly, so you have to watch out for them. But whatever. There's this guy right there. There's an imp. Another imp. Let's try throwing a bomb. I think I nearly killed myself with a bomb there. I thought bombs had a little more radius than that, but nope, or a little bit less radius than that, but whatever. And there we go, you die. So, we're gonna die eventually, but oh well. So, there's a Berserk post-mortem for DFuxa. We just did massacre mode there, we kill 143 characters. You can basically have a look at the battlefield before, like, you basically, like, fell to, like, your doom, so to speak. So, there's the battlefield, how it basically looked, where everything basically was. There's our weapons left. I had 2 knives, 2 bombs, and there's all the kills basically got. So we killed a lot of beasts, of course, because they're always like the small fries. Quite a few imps, quite a few bull demons. We killed 3 demons, 4 mana Auroras, 5 phase hounds, and 1 spore. So there's my achievements. By the way, we got like max kills in 1 turn of 7, longest killing sequence of 7 kills in 1 turn. We survived for 650 turns. We died on the bridge, and reason of death was killed by a demon. I guess like the name characters are probably demons, so that's just how they basically are, but whatever. Alright, so thank you for playing Berserk. This game is far from finished. That's all. Obviously, it's basically campaign mode. It's never based implemented and stuff like that, but whatever. Alright, so that's basically it for Berserk there. Hope you guys basically enjoyed it. I think like that's like a really good like showing of like how you can make a really good like sort of like survival game. Just like add a whole lot of like sort of tactics to it. The other game basically I showed off like a little bit while ago of like the 6 heroes basically like trying to survive for 12 hours. That was also pretty like a good one like to like show off like you can basically have like a sort of like basically you have to like hold out for as many turns and like try to like keep as many people alive so it'll goal basically to like basically pursue. But anyhow, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed and take care.